Tonight on NAZ Today, it's Earth Day. Find out how the Flagstaff community showed some TLC to Mother Earth.
Plus, find out how NAU is implementing sustainability projects.
And Flagstaff is awarded a prestigious grant.
Happy Earth Day and welcome to NAZ Today. I'm Imani Payne.
And I'm Xavier Engel. Thanks for joining us.
Today, more than half of the world's population lives in cities. The combination of a growing urban population and the effects of climate change means our cities must evolve.
That's right, and scientists tell us that we must transition to renewable energy in order to prevent global temperatures from increasing. The Green Cities campaign urges citizens to join a global movement to make that transition with a focus on Earth Day.
Flagstaff's Earth Day celebration kicked off this past weekend and sought to teach the people of Flagstaff how to properly dispose of electronic waste. NAZ Today's Miguel Alvarez has this report.
Residents from all over the city gathered to learn more about sustainable living and the dangers of improper disposal of electronic waste. Floyd Williams and the e-waste harvesters believe that it is crucial to teach the public how to properly recycle all electronics.
There's a lot of hazardous materials in a lot of the electronics that cannot go into the landfill. So we'll take them back to our place and separate everything and break it down.
This can be anything from an old printer to a TV and even a microwave. With only about 12% of all e-waste being recycled, Williams hopes holding an event that promotes proper disposal techniques will encourage more people to do so and allow electronic waste to have less of an impact on our environment.
So nothing should go like just thrown out into the woods or out into the desert. It's the worst thing that we could do for the environment is putting electronic waste out into the deserts and into the forests.
Flagstaff's Earth Day celebration took place in front of City Hall and taught people of all ages about the importance of green living.
Earth Day and celebrating the day and the spirit of Earth Day. Absolutely, and these events are happening throughout the state, not just here in northern Arizona.
The event allowed for some much needed green cleaning. Just one more way Flagstaffers can recycle today for tomorrow. For NAZ Today, I'm Miguel Alvarez.
And this just in, Governor Jan Brewer vetoed two major pro-gun bills today.
House Bill 2339 would have allowed gun owners with concealed carry permits to bring weapons to government buildings unless security measures are in place.
Those include armed guards, metal detectors, and gun lockers. The measure does not include schools and colleges.
House Bill 2517 would have fined cities and towns who enforce gun ordinances more strictly than the state's own laws.
And keeping with the green theme, we turn to Northern Arizona University. President John Hager signed the climate commitment in 2007, pledging to reach carbon neutrality by 2020. And the campus community has taken that mandate seriously. Alexa Vagnazzi has the report.
Although we observe Earth Day on this date, at Northern Arizona University, every day is Earth Day. Ellen Vaughn, manager of the Northern Arizona Office of Sustainability, calls the campus a living laboratory.
Your whole curriculum, your whole class is integrated into some off-campus sustainability project or just community project to help teach young adults, teach young students in elementary school, kids how to grow food. So there's a lot of learning going on campus that helps develop the initiatives on campus, but also off of campus.
In 2002, the Princeton Review included NAU in its guide to 322 green colleges. In particular, the guide notes many student initiatives and the many LEED buildings on campus. That stands for Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design. When it was built in 2007, the Applied Research and Design building was ranked the third greenest in the world.
That means that where you study should also be a nice, sustainable, green habitat. So all our new construction on campus is going to be LEED Silver. So that's the U.S. Green Building Council's one of their highest ratings for green buildings.
Among other initiatives, NAU expects to encourage more participation in recycling. Vaughn shows off new recycling bins ready for distribution on campus.
It's just important for students who are coming from all over the world to campus to get a real clear picture of what the future of recycling is going to look like. And across America in the future, we think that there's going to be a lot of clear color indication and clear symbol indication of what's recyclable and what's not.
Across campus and the region, students and the community continue to contribute to the Green Revolution. That accounts for the Sierra Club designation of NAU as a cool school. For NAZ Today, I'm Alexa Vagnozzi.
Coming up, find out what happens when Earth Day gets a makeover.
Plus, we recognize a national park right here in northern Arizona. Stay with us.
Forecaster Brooke Howell, thanks for joining us today. A little cloudy out there, very, very windy for us today, and that's because of these clouds that have been moving in from Arizona. They will be gone tomorrow, but that is what's bringing us this wind. I will tell you more about it and possibly some snow showers later in the week. I'll let you know coming up.
Meditate for the sake of confusion. Bear in mind the results are unclear. Best to rest on your laurels on a saint, 'cause we're all going down in a ball of hot fire. In a ball of hot fire.
Every day across America, excess food is gathered by a network of good people at local food banks, giving hope to millions of children who struggle with hunger. They've earned their wings, and you can too. Together, we can solve child hunger. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
Welcome back. A few months ago, NAU students were invited to participate in NAU's version of Project Runway, an event that would allow students to design original wearable and couture outfits that would be judged by their peers when they hit the catwalk. But there's a catch that would make this event even more appropriate to kick off Earth Day.
Where creativity meets sustainability.
They have to make a outfit that's 75% reused, recycled, or organic materials.
And couture meets coffee cups.
They use the Starbucks cups and they use Starbucks stuff. I was like, that's a lot of materials.
Where students become designers.
Working with paper is hard to do.
Models.
Oh my gosh, it was a lot of fun.
And even the smallest event detail is environmentally conscious.
The program was made out of reusable items. It was out of plant seed, I believe it was.
This is the second annual Eco Fashion Show.
I was terrified. When we came and sat down, I started shaking and I got super nervous and I was scared. And then the moment she came out on stage, I was like, okay, it's fine.
Going out there and seeing everybody's reaction, this giant thing on the side and the crazy hair. I got tickets in my hair, so kind of wild, but it was just really fun walking out and hearing everybody scream because they love the dress.
They didn't spend any money. They used everything out of recycled materials.
Be able to use something as unconventional as programs and ticket stubs was a really fun thing to do in a different way to kind of reuse what we already had.
The base of the dress is made out of scrap muslin, which is a type of kind of universal fabric that we use in our costume shop for the theater department. And then we used all of our leftover programs and ticket stubs from when we have done our prior shows, because we always have a big box and we never know what to do with them, so what better than recycle them and make them into something pretty.
Well, I think it's a great idea being able to say that we can use reusable items, we can recycle, we can do this, especially because fashion is so predominant in our culture, and being able to say that you can still be stylish but still be on a budget or still not have to spend so much money getting a new shirt for $50.
And I love all this stuff, recycling and theater. I mean, all those good things rolled into one, so it was a lot of fun.
For NAZ Today, I'm Sierra Ferguson.
If you would like to take a closer look at some of last night's couture creations, it isn't too late. Starting today, some of the outfits will appear on display at the NAU campus.
Well, bikers around the city are excited that their voices are being heard and needs being met. The city of Flagstaff has been awarded a grant by Bell Helmets to create a new bike park at Fort Tut Hill. The new park is still a few years away, but work on the site is set to begin soon. NAZ Today's Jacob Larson has the story.
Flagstaff has been awarded a grant by Bell to build a new bike park. Anthony Quintilli believes that this park will be a great addition to a city with a large biking community.
We've got a really strong cycling community, and not just Flagstaff, but all of northern Arizona, all of Arizona and the region. We have a BMX park in town, but we don't have a mountain bike park, and this is going to be primarily geared to mountain bikes. You can certainly take a BMX bike on it, but this will build one of the early phases of the park. It'll be the first construction phase of this ongoing plan we've had.
Quintilli believes that this park is important in getting kids off the couch and providing them an opportunity to get outside and get active.
Well, I think in this day and age, there's obviously issues. There's studies that say that are showing that kids aren't going outside as much and that they're staying at home playing Xbox or just talking on their phones or texting or whatever. And having things that are appealing and exciting, that are ways to get outside and maybe new and different, are really important to getting kids off the couch and out in the woods.
There is still a lot of work to be done, though, in order to make this park a reality.
So we're going to need to raise more money. We're all volunteer. The money's going to go to hire people to actually construct the park. The park's going to be free and open to the public. So there's going to be opportunities to sponsor and to donate money, and we'll need everybody's help, so stay in the loop and pay attention to flagstaffbiking.org.
Quintilli hopes that the park will be completed within the next 5 to 6 years. For NAZ Today, I'm Jacob Larson.
Throughout the Southwest, there are plenty of national parks and monuments which are dedicated to preserving this beautiful landscape, as well as ancient ruins and artifacts left behind from the people that once lived there.
Well, in Arizona, there is one national monument right off the busy I-17 focused on just that, preserving what has been here for centuries. NAZ Today's Kyle Benedict has the story.
Just driving back and forth down from Prescott down to Phoenix, we've seen the signs pretty often, and we've wanted to stop, and today was just the perfect day to do it, I think.
You take Badger Springs Road off of the I-17, hike about 3/4 of a mile in from the trailhead, and you find petroglyphs right next to the free-flowing Agua Fria River, here at the Agua Fria National Monument.
To have petroglyphs this close to you when you're just walking down the trail, and then running water in Arizona, that's a pretty incredible thing too.
In addition to the river, the petroglyphs, and one of the largest prehistoric registered districts in North America, the land brings many different types of visitors, those wanting to explore, but in the past, those with a little different intent.
Prior to public ownership and public management, the area was significantly looted for pottery and other artifacts.
Recently, the monument has received land water conservation funding to begin the acquisition of one local ranch.
The Crossway Ranch is south of here, and it includes over 1,000 acres of private land. Some of it is in holdings and some of it is edge holdings on the boundary of the monument. The funding we have received, we will use to acquire 2 40-acre parcels that are on Black Mesa.
Nearly 71,000 acres make up the Agua Fria National Monument. Now, within that acreage are more than 400 archaeological sites, such as the Pueblo that I'm standing in right now. And the Bureau of Land Management is dedicated to preserving these sites.
Since we've implemented our resource management plan in 2010, where we made a decision to eliminate recreational target shooting, we're not seeing the large appliances brought out here for target shooting and then left as trash. We're not seeing rock art or cultural sites being shot at anymore.
The Agua Fria National Monument is working on teaming up with local communities to construct a small visitor center to help better inform people wanting to visit this beautiful land. For NAZ Today, I'm Kyle Benedict.
And it was pretty windy outside today, but what does that mean for the rest of the week? Student forecaster Brooke Cowell has your full forecast coming up.
And the NAU baseball team could be on their way to playoffs. Alex Lucero tells us how, coming up in sports.
I've tried all kinds of TV services. The phone company wasn't cutting it, so I cut down. Spotty satellite? Nah, that dish wasn't appetizing. But the all-new Suddenlink? It comes with free HD and a picture so sharp it makes real life look lame. Now I have up to 300 channel choices, earloads of digital music, 10,000 on-demand titles, and new TiVo Stream that turns my tablet into a TV and lets my DVR take road trips. I've seen the future of TV, and the future is easy.
Where do you want me to look? Like, do you want me to look at the camera or off?
Why did I choose Northern Arizona University?
What's the question? Why NAU?
Lots of reasons.
I have to choose just one?
Those apply. I chose NAU because of the small class size. My professors know me. They treat me like a person.
Just one thing. I came to NAU for the culture. There's so much to do.
NAU's affordable.
I know what my tuition will be for the next 4 years. I chose NAU because it's close to home, but not too close.
I can't choose. It has everything.
At Northern Arizona University, finding your way is a principle we believe in.
Sweet, all right, we're done.
Go Jacks!
Don't look at me. Your hair's a bit frizzy today.
Aww, you should pick that up.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Poor you.
They want to help, but don't know how. Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Tonight's NAZ Today weather is brought to you in part by Terry Markson Chevrolet Cadillac in Flagstaff.
Happy Earth Day, everyone. A very warm Earth Day for us out there today. 68 degrees, which is 8 degrees above the average temperature for this time of year. We are hitting that low temperature mark, though, pretty close, just 4 degrees higher than the average. Not quite record-breaking temperatures. I'm not sure I can handle 11 degrees right now in this April weather. But we did see a lot of wind, which I will talk about later. Our precipitation levels are still pretty low despite the rain we had last week, but hopefully the storm that will be coming this weekend will give us some more rain to up that average. But like I said, very windy for us today all throughout Nevada and Arizona, but they had a storm up here in the north, they did get some rain up in Washington, Northern California, and a little bit over there in Nevada. But very windy day for us here in Northern Arizona and all the way across the state. We reached 49 mile per hour winds here in Flagstaff, 47 in the Grand Canyon, 42 in Loop, and just 30 up there in Page. But very windy for us all across Northern Arizona. That wind will go away, but it was a very windy day for us here today. With this southwest satellite we have here, the clouds that made it so windy are making their way out of Arizona, and it will start getting a little cooler as this cold front will start to make its way out. And that we'll start seeing that a little bit later tonight and tomorrow. But this storm right here with the rain in the Northern California and up in Washington, they did get some rain, but mainly this wind will stop tomorrow as this cold front leaves Arizona. And now for us right now in Flagstaff, 60 degrees out there, which is the normal for today, so it's getting cooler. Partly sunny out there. Winds gusting up to 38 miles per hour. So it is still windy as that cold front leaves northern Arizona, but it will die down later into tonight. Tonight, 37 degrees, windy overnight, but with that decreasing through tomorrow morning. Sunset is at 7:05. Tomorrow, it will get 61 degrees here in Flagstaff. Sunny, not much wind though, as that leaves us here in northern Arizona, but it will be a little bit cooler with that cold weather that the cold front left us behind. For us all the way across the state, we have the hottest down here in Phoenix at 87 degrees, 86 just behind it in Lake Havasu, 77 down there in Sedona, and Show Low was at 67 degrees today. For us, for our 5-day extended forecast, 61 tomorrow, 66 on Thursday. Oh no, it looks like my computer froze up a little bit, but we will be getting some snow on Saturday, snow and rain showers as another storm is making its way in from the Pacific. down there for you in Sedona. You will get some rain showers for you on Saturday, but it's still pretty warm up there for you guys throughout the week.
Sounds good. Well, thanks for that update, Brooke.
So it sounds like it's going to cool down later on, but things are definitely heating up out on the baseball diamond, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. We just got some final scores on some of these games that went on earlier today. I'll tell you more about it coming up.
And we're out. You got plans?
You bet. $50 million Americans struggle with hunger, but we can do something about it. Excuse me. What's going on? Dinner. Please join me in helping put food on their tables. Together, we can feed America. You guys keep going. I'm gonna get the plates. Plates? Find your local food bank at feedingamerica.org/hunger.
I grew up in the housing projects of Cleveland. I didn't even know that life could be any better than it was. Education for me has been a way to get away from the agony of what was normal life. I want to be able to impact the community, not just look back on where I came from, but to reach back to where I came from and pull some people up with me. My name is David, and I am your dividend.
Well, happy Earth Day, everyone. And on this day, the weather may not have been the best, but there were high school baseball and softball games played on Mother Earth's soil today. The Flagstaff baseball and softball teams were in action earlier. The baseball team was home to Mojave, and the softball team was on the road taking on Mojave as well. The Flagstaff Eagles baseball team played at 3:30 p.m. and were on a 3-game winning streak before that game. The Eagles destroyed Mojave 19-0 in 4 innings, bringing out the mercy rule. Their next game is home to Kingman on Friday. And the softball team took on Mojave on the road at 4 o'clock, and the Lady Eagles haven't lost a section game yet this season. There was no update on this game, unfortunately, and the Lady Eagles host Paradise Valley on Thursday. Across from Flagstaff High, the Coconino Panthers baseball and softball teams were also in action today as they hosted Tempe at Coconino High. The Panthers baseball team started the game first at 3:30 p.m., and the Panthers bats have been hot lately, hitting 49 runs in the past 3 games. Coconino edged out the Buffaloes 11-10 is the final, and their next game is Friday at Mingus Union. And the softball team's game started at 4 p.m. The Lady Panthers were also on a 3-game winning streak before this game. Coconino clawed Tempe 11-1 and enforced the mercy rule after 5 innings. They also traveled to Mingus on Friday. And this past Easter weekend was the final games of the season for the NAU baseball team, and they were hoping to sneak into the National Club Baseball Association playoffs. The Jacks had their makeup series against Cal State Fullerton. On Saturday was a doubleheader, and the Jacks won both of those games, the first one being a 3-2 win on a walk-off RBI by senior Mike Britton, and mercy ruled the second game 11-1 in 6 innings. And then on Sunday, looking to bring out the brooms, the Jacks crushed the Titans 17-6 for the series sweep. With the final games finished in the regular season, the Jacks need to wait to see if they make playoffs. However, this weekend is scheduled for makeup games needed to be played, so playoff teams won't be released until next Tuesday, the 29th. Record-wise, the team looks good, posting a 12-6 conference record and a 17-12 overall record. Some teams, however, have not played non-conference games, and according to NCBA rules, teams have to play a minimum of 2 non-conference games to be eligible for playoffs. If that's the case, the Jacks have a good shot at making the postseason. Last night, the Arizona Diamondbacks took on the Chicago Cubs on the road. The game was delayed but would resume play, but the D-backs would have been better off not playing at all. Travis Wood was on the mound for Chicago, and he pretty much did it all last night for the Cubs. Bottom second, Bronson Arroyo pitching to Wood, who blasts this pitch out of the park for the 3-run homer. It's Wood's 7th career home run in his 5-year career so far, and the Cubs lead 4-0 early on. Then bottom 4, one man on, Wood up to bat again, and he drives this one right down the middle to center field. Tony Campana's dive may have looked cool, but he didn't hang on to the ball. This brings in another run, and the Cubs lead 5-0. Now, let's not forget, Wood is a pitcher, and he's going to throw a rocket right past Campana for the strikeout. Wood finished with nine strikeouts on the night, and because of his efforts, the Cubs win 5-1. The D-backs have an abysmal 5-17 record, and they're currently playing the Cubs right now, and last time I checked, it was 1-0 Chicago.
They're having a rough season right
Definitely.
now.
I think they're just waiting for September to come.
But that's a good congratulations to the NAU baseball team. I hope they pull for playoffs.
It's their best season in recent history.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, we'll be right back.
Michael Adams? Here. Michael Adams? Here. Michael Adams.
Michael Adams.
Students who miss 18 days of school in any grade risk falling behind and not graduating. Absences add up. Keep track at boostattendance.org today.
Be sure to tune in to NAZ Today every Wednesday at 6 and 10 p.m. for the NAZ Today Car Tip of the Week. This week brought to you by Terry Markson Chevrolet Cadillac, located on Highway 66.
That's slow. That's slow and blue. Look, he's blushing.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
All right, here's a little weather recap for you. 61 for us tomorrow, 66 on Thursday, and it will be windy on Friday as the storm approaches us, as we will get some rain and snow on Saturday. For you down there in Sedona, it's a little warm for you guys on Thursday, reaching 80 degrees, but you will get some rain on Saturday as well, and it will be windy for you guys on Friday as well.
Well, get your cell phones out because NASA is kicking off a global selfie event for Earth Day. So here's how it works. You snap a photo of yourself, then post it on one of 5 social media websites, including Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, using a hashtag of global selfie.
NASA will then use the photos to create a mosaic image of Earth. You can also post the photos, like Imani said, on your social media accounts. That's Instagram, Facebook, Google+, and Flickr.
So I think we should participate and take an NAZ selfie.
Yeah, definitely. We should. Okay, so let's all just get together.
Okay, here we go. On 3.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Awesome.
Nice.
That looked great.
I feel like Ellen.
Check your social media.
That would make me... That's going to do it for us tonight for NAZ Today. Thanks for joining us. For more information on any of our stories, you can check out naztoday.com.